Hello everybody, it is Friday. I am Joshua, and I'm a homo. Okay, first things first. I wanted to make something very clear. I have a tendency to have all these background noises going on when I do my videos. Vibrations or these weird little sounds that Skype makes. Those are either work emails, personal emails, or Steven. I work with locations that are all the way across the country, so even if I'm doing a late video, sometimes I get work emails in the middle of shooting these, and then of course whenever Steven's available, he shoots me a little message to say hi. So I just like to make it known that every time those come through, sometimes the reason I don't even bother editing it out is because if I really went to the effort of trying to have no background sounds, I don't think I'd ever get a video done. Next up, I think we have an epidemic or a problem with some of my fellow channel members. Driving and vlogging.
Joshua Snyder. I'm leaving Columbus.
Hey guys, it's Benny. I'm a homo, and today is your Wednesday.
Hey guys, I'm on my way to the studio for Don'tSayHate.com.
Now, while I think that this may seem like a good idea, or maybe it adds an interesting aspect to your clips, I really wish the boys would stop doing it. I'm really afraid that the last vlog I'm going to submit for them is the one that they made while they were driving down the highway and ended up dying. And of course, Don't Say Hate would be the website to blame, or Homos Anonymous, whichever form you want to blame. But it's a little intimidating, and I don't want... No, just stop video blogging while you're driving, guys. Pull over and do it. I don't know. Just don't video blog while you're driving. It just does not seem safe. I really just wanted to cover two topics today. And remember what I said about the Skype sound in the background? And those things, Steven's saying he loves me and I love him too. First LGBTQ topic of the week for me. CNN's doing a news coverage on one of the largest school districts in Minnesota. They're currently being sued by an LGBTQ advocacy group because of a neutrality law. Or I think it's actually a rule. It's not a law. I think it's just a rule for the school itself. That neutrality rule basically doesn't allow teachers to talk about homosexuality.
This after the school district refused to change its curriculum policy on sexual orientation. In just the last 2 years, 7 children there have committed suicide. 7. The parents of 2 of those children say their teenagers were bullied over their perceived sexuality, and that's not uncommon among teen suicides nationwide. Yet in this particular school system, teachers taking a position on homosexuality, it's off limits. The question is, should it be?
Now, if this sounds familiar, hopefully it's because you've read the website, and that's what Don'tSayHate.com is all about. Tennessee Senate Bill SB 49 is that in a law. This is actually just a school rule, or a school policy, if you will. The interesting thing about this school that I think is very telling is that in the last 2 years, this school has had 7 suicides. Ironically enough, over half of those suicides were individuals who were either perceived or are gay. Why I find that interesting is I think it's a telltale sign as to what a law or a policy like that does. One of the things that was stated really well is...
Sure. I mean, I think most parents and all parents in this country want children to go to school and be safe. No matter who they are, no matter what they look like, no matter what their perceived orientation of any kind is. And the problem with neutrality is it doesn't look neutral to the target or the bully. It looks like you are siding with the bully. And so if you can't name on top of that the behavior that's happening, because you have to take a neutral stand, that what it looks like to the child and to everybody around is that homosexuality or that gossiping is so shaming and so, you can't talk about it, that the child will never come forward. So if the teachers are muzzled, or if there's a perception that the teachers are muzzled, then our children are never going to come forward. So in all of these ways, all of this gets to a place where children will not come forward and they feel isolated, and then they do terribly sad things like take their lives.
I think that in general, there is an actual attempt to try and do the better good. I think the superintendent said that he wanted it to be, he has to walk the middle road. And so this was his way of doing it. The students suffer the most. The people that are bullies aren't taught to accept, because there is no responsible adult telling them or condoning the fact that it's okay, that these individuals are normal, and that there's nothing wrong with them. And I think the reporter put it best is, at the base, that they are okay with who they are. Not bringing in marriage. Just because you talk about homosexuality does not mean you're going to talk about gay marriage, gay sex. It has nothing to do with educating them on being gay.
They are not mandating that homosexuality be promoted in the classroom, and apparently nothing short of endorsement of homosexuality in classroom curriculum will satisfy the gay activist groups. And I just don't think most American parents, that's not what they're comfortable with in public school classrooms. That's not why they send their kids to public schools.
No one's made a gay class. No one, I mean, unless you want to consider home ec or something like that. No one's made a gay class in schools. No teachers come in and said, I'd like to have a homosexuality class, and I'd like it to be, whatever, taught in high school. Let's teach them how to have gay sex. That's just not the problem. So acting like there's somebody out there trying to make a curriculum for that is ridiculous. And also the whole agenda, saying it's a gay agenda. Nobody's saying that on a daily basis you should remind the students that being gay is okay. They're just saying that when you completely eliminate the ability to discuss it, any way, shape, or form, then what you do is you're condoning the individuals who don't accept it. And tolerance should, at the bare minimum, be the one thing that's most important to schools. Tolerance and educating kids and realizing how to treat each other respectfully and get along. And I truthfully think if anybody denies the fact that a school that has this policy that is identical to a law that's going to be passed in Tennessee, and that policy is not connected in any way, shape, or form to the suicide rate in a school, I think it's really sad that if people are going to try and disconnect those two. Here we go again with more sounds in the background. So, this is Ty interrupting my video. It's one of those things where I sincerely hope that people realize the damage this is doing, and that they take the right steps to help those students out, and to prevent this from happening anymore. 7 students in 2 years. That's so sad. They got to a point where they were bullied and picked on so much that they didn't feel like it was worth going on. I'm interested to see what this story unravels, and I think I'll be able to take away some really neat points from it. And I need to pay attention to it because I think it's very telling for the Tennessee bill. Okay, 2 real fast add-ons. One of the things, I like to try and answer the questions that people ask in the videos, but sometimes I forget. Zach asked, how would I have changed bullying, or what would I have done to try and affect or change bullying in school? I think the biggest thing, and this is going to sound dumb, that I could have done was come out. I had a lot of friends in kind of every clique. I was one of the weird kids who didn't necessarily belong to one group or another. I pretty much got along with everybody. The kind of dropout wannabe stoners, to the jocks, to the nerds, and to kind of the outcast. I pretty much sat at whatever table I wanted to at lunch and kind of had an independent personality in and of its own. I was shy, but I also wasn't. I didn't have any problem talking to other people or befriending other people, nor trying to keep those relationships. If I had come out, it may have been pretty difficult, but I also think with the amount of people that I touched or felt like I had somewhat of a friendship with, it could have been a good thing. All right, shout out to Justin. He's having a blast in Florida. Can't wait for you to get back. I know the boys and I are missing you on our nights out. Also, Mercury misses you. Thanks as always for watching the video channel, or YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you check out the site, don'tsayhate.com. We've got merchandise on there. We've got the stickers, we've got the wristbands, we've got the t-shirts. So check out the website, don'tsayhate.com. Everybody have a great day. We love you, and thanks for watching. Are you recording me?
Will you just go?
You're moving the camera.
I said it.
Just shut up.